Hello, and my name is Anthony James. I'm owner and founder of Sunshine Design and Build. We're based out of Boise, Idaho, and I'd like to take a few moments to talk about our experience with Brian Adams and the Contractors Contractor and what he's helped us accomplish over the past couple of years. First of all, I met Brian a few years ago in a contractor Facebook group, noticed some of the things he was talking about. Very unique, raised my eyebrow. I started applying some of those methods with a very certain amount of success. And he and I sort of connected personally as well, and we began talking. Over the course of a year, I kind of came to him because I knew my company was struggling. We were constantly competing with the going rate and average contractors, and I wanted something more for my company, something more for my team. And I knew Brian could help us in that arena. I came to Brian mainly because at that point in time, we had a simple landing page. We had paid a company thousands and thousands of dollars for a simple landing page that we owned no rights to. We couldn't do anything we wanted with it. I couldn't upload the content that I felt would really set us apart. Something that a lot of people don't realize is in this day and age, it's not enough to just have a website. You have to make a personal connection with the people who are looking for your service. If you don't do that, they hit your landing page and it's just another run-of-the-mill website and they're on to the next one. And so, we had spent, like I said, thousands of dollars on this website, lots of promises not kept as far as SEO goes. SEO, that is another thing that landscape has radically shifted, and things just aren't the way they used to be. You can't this isn't, if your business is struggling and your presence on the internet is struggling and you'd like to get more business, it's not a problem you can just throw money at and solve. You have to put in more than that. And that was something that Brian really kind of helped open our eyes to. And I came to Brian and Brian gave me the hard truth. He looked at my website and he said, man, this is some crap. It's crap. There's nothing I can do with this. You need to completely just revamp. And he goes, if you're going to work with me, then you're going to work, and I'm going to put your ass to the flames. I'm going to hold you there. He goes, don't do this if you're not ready to commit. And at that time I was ready to commit. I was sick and tired of this rut that my company was in. I had spent some time in the mirror asking myself why my company sucked. And the mirror responded, it's because you suck. And I was ready to do something about that. And Brian, he was willing to help me help myself. And I would say that's one of the biggest things that Brian has done for my company and for my team. He has helped us really help ourselves. I was struggling with, a lot of chaos in my company, lack of systems, lack of organization. And, it would seem fairly 101 that systems in a business are pretty much, just the basis. It's very rudimentary. However, if you don't understand what it is that means, it's difficult to just implement it. It's not an overnight thing of, oh, I need to implement systems. Our company is a design and build firm. We are a general contracting and project management firm. We're not specialized in the aspect that most trades are. So, that marketing aspect is a little bit more complicated. And so what Brian really did for us is he took us out of the dark age of, the SEO and the phone calls talking about you're not on number one on Google. And he brought us to a place of realization where we needed to make a connection with the people who hit our website. We needed to do something more to stand out in that regard. And so I'd like to take a few moments. I'm just going to screen share with you, and I'm kind of just going to go briefly through the website and show you what we've done over the past couple of years. This is still a work in progress. And, Brian, I just want to give you a shout out to you for this because you really put up with a lot of crap here. We went through a lot of back and forth trying to get this website to, you know, what we thought it should be. And we still got a long ways to go, but I'm just going to refresh this. So the first thing that you see when you come to the website is you see me with my dogs. And we're basically just welcoming you to the website. Instant, you know, connection with the homeowners. Most times, 9 times out of 10, when somebody calls me and they've been to the website, I know they've been to the website because, you know, they mentioned, hey, you know, I saw your dogs, you know, your dogs are so cute. I'm like, instantly, that lead has been tracked. I know they came to the website, most likely through my Google ad campaign. You know, that old website that we had, we've always tracked our leads, but the old website we had basically garnered, if I recall, it garnered 3 leads that were traceable, 3, and we spent thousands of dollars. You know, it's not a matter of hiring an SEO company. Most of these companies are not invested into your business the way you are. And they're not going to really, nobody can care about your business the way you do. And it's not that these companies don't care and aren't trying. It's just they fall short of the mark more often than not. Coming down here, we start off, we've got 2 video testimonials of our clients, our past clients, talking about their experience with our company. Immediately, you know, that right there that blows Google reviews out of the water. It makes Google reviews almost obsolete. Obviously, you know, people, when they come and they start searching for a service, they go to Google, they start reading reviews. But once they read a review and they come to the website, now they're having a personal connection, not just with us, but with our clients. See, the big difference here is that this website is about the client. It's not a website talking about, hey, Sunshine Design and Build, we're great. We do this, we do that. It's the difference between, you know, sell me this pen, right? Most people will tell you the pen, it glides really nice across the paper. You're going to be able to write so neatly with this fine tip. It fits wonderful in your pocket. It has this space age technology that will keep it from staining your shirt. Screw all that, right? The difference between this website and everybody else's website is that this pen, this Mont Blanc pen, this is an $800 pen. This is the same pen the astronauts use in space. This is the pen that JFK had in his lapel when he was shot in the head, right? That is the difference between an 80-cent pen and an $800 pen. They perform the same service, but one obviously gives a much better experience, right? People don't care about your product. They care about, can they trust you? And what kind of experience is this going to be? Is this going to suck? Or is this company really on the ball? Moving down, we go immediately, you know, there's a button here they can click for more testimonials. Right now, we've got about a little more than 20 of them up there. My goal is that by the end of this year, we'll have upwards of 50. We go down into our process. This explains how our process works with a short video that is, you know, scripted out. This is the script that's in the video. In case, you know, you're hearing impaired, you can still read this and it's the same content that's in the video. Very brief, very succinct. It tells you how we work, how we operate, and why. We go from here immediately into costs, what to expect. You know, right here, I love this little animation. The appraisal came back and your project cost me $85K, increased the market value by $145K, means we just made 60 grand in the time that it took you to do this project for us. This project happened to take us 2 months. Right now, we're already getting the client to wrap their head around money, because if they look at that and think 85K, that's no way. Good. I have no longer wasted their time. You know, not to mention my own time. However, that being said, again, this is not about me. This is about the client. You have to make it about their experience. And that's what this website does. Brian really opened up our eyes to how the website, far and above beyond anything else you do, as far as marketing and advertising goes, this is the heartbeat of your company. And if this doesn't hit the mark, you're gonna, it's pointless, right? It's pointless to run ads. It's pointless to, to market in any way, shape, or form, because obviously the whole point is to get them back here to this website. And if you're getting them back to your website and your website sucks, right? Nobody's going to want to do business with you. They're going to get bored and they're going to run away and they're going to click on to the next thing, because the internet truly is the world of instant gratification. It is short attention span theater. And if your website does not catch and grab and engage, bye-bye. Anyways, we go into here. We start talking about prices. From here, we got a button that says click for more prices. We did a lot of market research on this. 100% of the prospects that call our business. Brian, in a training session, once asked us all to write down 10 of the top questions most clients ask when they call your business for the first time. And I struggled for almost 2 hours to come up with 3 questions. And what was glaringly obvious after this exercise is that whether they were the right client for our company or we were the right company for that client, regardless of whether or not they were the ideal client, every one of them, 100% of them, wanted to know how much. That was the first question. And it's always the first question. And, even other contractors and other companies, you watch them and you're in these groups on Facebook, they even talk about it. They get sick of going to websites. You get sick of going to websites trying to just figure out, can I afford this? Is this even reasonable for me to even think about doing, right? You got to give them what they want. You got to give them what they want. And don't be afraid to scare them. Don't be afraid to say, hey, this is going to be $85,000. This bathroom right here, this is a $45,000 bathroom. Oh my God, you're out of your mind. You're way too expensive. Good. I didn't have to drive across town. I didn't have to waste 2, 3, 4 hours of my time trying to do an estimate, hoping that I could meet their budget, a budget that I was too scared to even talk to them about straightforward with over the phone, right? All of this is about pre-qualification. This website pre-qualifies clients before they even call my phone. I would say the scary thing is the minute we put prices up on our website, the phone went dead for a little while. There was about 2 months where the phone just kind of like radio silence, dead, and it was scary. But when the phone started ringing again, it was a whole different attitude, a whole different persona of demographic that was calling our company. They were like, wow, I've been to your website. I've seen your videos. I've seen your pictures. I've read your process. I love your dogs. What is it going to take for you to do my remodel? Right? They're not even looking for other contractors because boom, they don't need to look any further. We're the contractor for them. And this is what the website has done. This is what Brian Adams and the Contractors Contractor has really done for our business. We go down and we give a wide range. This bathroom here was $45,000. It was part of that $85,000 remodel that we did that garnered them $60,000 of equity in a matter of 2 months that it took us to do the project. There's a video here with music. And then this of course is a $10,000 remodel because we can meet any budget for the most part. We just have to adjust the scope of work. And most homeowners don't understand that. They think that, you need to adjust your price to fit my scope of work. That's not how a professional operates. And so this one goes on to 17,000. And right here, you can see lots of before and after photos. These videos here are like 30 seconds long, a minute long, so you can post them on your Google My Business page, which is another thing that Brian talks about. That's a basic fundamental. That's the foundation. If you're not on Google My Business, your company doesn't exist. If you don't exist, there's no reason for you to be marketing and running ads. It's pointless, right? If you're going to market, you're going to have to stand out and above all the other companies who are marketing, because they've got you beat by a mile, and it's competitive out there. So it's a dog eat dog out there, you know, before, after. This video here goes through time lapse, you know, and it took quite a bit of time. It took a long time for me to edit this video, to compile all this stuff and get it all written out. This was many, many months of hard work. But at the end, it wasn't even work. It was something that I enjoyed. It was a labor of love, right? This right here is also another thing that Brian really espouses. If you're not willing to do this, don't even bother working with him. Seriously, just don't even bother. Because what it kind of boils down to is this right here, this website that you're looking at, you know, and then from here we can go to video testimonials. Client after client after client after client after client, 5-star reviews, smiles, experience. But this right here, this website, this is what separates the boys from the men. This is what separates the contractor who owns his job from the businessman who owns his company. And now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's no shame in that game. If you love getting up every morning, putting on the tool bag, going and busting your hump, swinging the hammer for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, coming home, burning the midnight oil in the office, and then doing it all over again in the morning. You know, if that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy, good. But if that's you, this probably, you know, this whole thing is probably not going to work out for you, because this is the difference between working in your company and working on your company. You know, up here we've got prices and projects, our EPA certifications, contact us. We specialize in deck construction, you know, pictures, videos, all of this stuff right here. And this is how Brian Adams, the Contractors Contractor, really helped us help ourselves. And, you know, even here, we've got a place for employment. It talks about what we expect out of ourselves. And, you know, it's great for clients to see that too, because it shows like, hey, these guys don't allow smoking on the jobs. These guys take pride in what they do. You know, this website is geared to answer every question that a client is going to ask me when they call me on the phone. Realistically, if you spent 10, 15 minutes on this website, you wouldn't even need to call me unless you were ready to hire my company. That's not to say I don't mind getting on the phone. I always enjoy talking to people, and I love repeating this stuff to people because I love my business. I love what I do, and hopefully it shows. Brian Adams, the Contractors Contractor. What I'd really like to say is thank you. Thank you for helping me help myself, help my team, because they're worth it. You know what? This is where the sense of pride comes from. This is what sets you above and beyond the average contractor. We're not here trying to compete with average. We don't care about what the going rate is. Our motto is, yes, we are expensive, but you're worth it. Thanks again, Brian. We really appreciate you.